everyone, and welcome to a special edition of Tunnel Vision. I'm your host, Ryan Abraham, joined alongside Triple Double, Connor Morrissette, and we got a special guest, QB1, USC quarterback Jayden Maiava joining the show. Thanks to our friends over at House of Victory for setting it up. But Jayden, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys. How are we doing?
We're here. We've dried out a little bit. Have you? Have you dried out a little bit there, Jayden?
Yes, sir, for sure. It would kind of rain at practice a little bit, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I guess you guys are used to it by now. Yeah, Connor and I were in the press box, so it wasn't as bad. You guys were down there.
Nice.
It wasn't too bad. But like I mentioned at the top of the show, House of Victories set this up, and we appreciate their work. I know some of the work you've done with Gem, Jayden, if you want to talk about that a little bit. I know with the food banks and the Angel City Youth and stuff.
Yeah. Shout out to House of Victory. I mean, oh, yeah, look at that picture. That's a nice picture. Just being able to be out there and, have fun with those guys. And, I actually did wheelchair basketball, which is actually pretty fun. Showing how much we care for the people that, that are out there that don't think that we care, that people care about them, but we actually do, and people do love them. We also do support each and every one of them, and it was super, super awesome. And shout out to House of Victory for getting that set up for us and some of the players. They just do such a great job in getting us, and those type of like being able just to showcase just a passion that people have for sports.
The wheelchair basketball. There's a picture there. No, there's a picture that Haley sent me. This looks like a foul. I'm just going to say that. Is that Carlin Jones? What are you doing there? Are you cheating at wheelchair basketball? What's going on?
Well, I can't believe they got me. Yeah, it's probably a pretty clear foul. There's no arguing that one right there.
Unlike that Philly game last night.
That's crazy. They got me only one time. He probably did it like 9 times before that picture or something.
Was it pretty hard? I mean, it looks pretty hard to play.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty interesting, but I mean, felt pretty good just being out there and spending time with those people and just sharing a connection and sharing that passion that we all have, and just sharing experience, really just having them and doing everything we love together.
Well, Jayden, keep up the great work. Thank you again for joining us here. USC 8-2 after that win over Iowa. I want to start with just how much fun are you having right now quarterbacking a team that's having some success, and it just seems like you're living in the moment, enjoying things. How fun is that? And just describe your mindset and attitude right now.
Yeah, super exciting, super fun, just going out there and showcasing everybody's hard work and dedication that we have for the game, and just what we have, the passion we have for this sport. We're all surrounded by it. We all got a job to do, and we all fulfill our jobs and do what we can just to help the Trojans go 1-0 each and every week.
We before we went on the air, kind of talked to you a little bit about. I was like looking up some of the numbers, and you're like, oh, number 1 in the nation in total QBR. I think you're number 2 right now, and you were number 1, the only quarterback. At one point, you were the only quarterback that was over 10 yards a pass attempt. A lot, statistically, you're right up there near the top of everything. Yeah. I mean, is that something you kind of work towards that in the off season? Is that surprising to you? Where you've been ranked so far?
No, honestly, I honestly don't really pay much attention to that. Honestly, I just just the love I have for this game is just being able to do it all for the man above, and for him to just bless me with the abilities I have to play the sport that I love. Why not go out there and showcase my love for him in terms of attacking each and every day to the best of my ability, and get the job done regardless of how I feel or regardless of what it is. Just get the job done. So yeah, it's been an awesome ride so far.
Jayden, we saw a pretty emotional and really excited Lincoln Riley after that Iowa win. What did you see from your head coach once the fourth quarter clock struck zero, and what was that like seeing Coach Riley so excited?
Yeah, sure, it felt awesome. It felt really good to win. Super great team win. Defense, just did such an awesome job. I mean, special teams as well stepped up. Really all aspects, and just the coaching staff. Just the love and support that they have for all these players, and having we're all super blessed just to have a coaching staff like this to just sacrifice so many things to go out there and get us in the right position and the best position for us to win games. So and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Yeah.
How difficult were the elements there? I mean, it was really wet, obviously. Like you're just walking. When I went down to walk on the field afterwards, it's like, oh wow, this is kind of crazy. Like, how was it for you and for the offense in general, just to like kind of try to execute your game plan under those conditions?
Yeah. Obviously, the whole week of practice and preparation, just Coach Riley just being able to, have the structure, and the head coach he is being able to put us in the best situations, really. Equipment staff, just getting, just the ball in wet environments and situations and whatnot. And, just everybody in this program just buy into what we got to do. And, it's pretty exciting. And, I say it all the time, this team is a really close team. So enjoying it so far. And I mean, it was crazy, but it was a lot of fun though, playing in the rain. And, me personally, I enjoy playing in the rain.
You mentioned it there. What makes this team so close? Why is everyone so bought in?
Yeah. I think everybody's bought in because we all have that come and go, and we all just have that, passion. And, everybody's just, we're all doing it for each other, not for just ourselves. It's just a lot of sacrifices where each and every one of us are making in this program. So I think, that's everybody's on the same page, and, just continue to roll forward and do what we got to do to just win games.
How have you grown as a leader? I mean, coming in last year, you get to start the last 4 games, but sort of just thrust into it, right? And then you get a whole off season to sort of work with the guys. How have you kind of grown through that off season and now through first 10 games as a leader on the team?
I'll probably say just building that relationship with the guys. Just whether it be on the field and off the field, just the dialogue that we share within each other, the team camaraderie. Super exciting, and this team is a really special team, and super grateful to be a part of it. Yeah.
Iowa game for a second, Jayden. In the first half, you guys scored 10 points. In the second half, 16 points. But just overall, the offense executed much better in that second half. From your point of view, what was different about the second half than the first half on offense?
I think in my point of view, I could have done way better. There's obviously a lot of things that, I want back in that game. But just being a part of this this program is just it's fight on always. So regardless of what it is, regardless of how it's going, just continue to fight on. And whether you don't start off how you want to start off, or whether you do start off, regardless, it goes both ways. We could have started fast. We could have done this. We could have done that. But we just continue to fight on and have that next play mentality.
You guys have only punted, I think it's 1.7 times per game. Does Sam Johnson ever talk to you? Like, you guys don't have to like move the ball as much every time. Is there a little joking there? He's the least used punter in the country, I think.
Yeah. No way. I didn't. Well, that's crazy. But no, I think we've gotten closer ever since he hasn't been punting as much, because he just gets to sit back and enjoy the game a little bit. And, but yeah, we joke around for sure about it.
That's awesome. We saw Makai Lemon today named a Biletnikoff Award semifinalist. Another one from your point of view, Jayden. What makes him such a talented receiver? What about Makai Lemon that the fans maybe don't see has led to his success, would you say?
Honestly, just the swagger, the determination that he got, and just his mentality, and just what he got going on for real is just, like his point of attack and what he does in terms of how he wants to attack things, and he got a job to do and he's going to do it to the best of his ability, and that's what Makai is for sure. So, and that goes on with everybody else a part of this team. So I think just being a part of something like this is super blessed.
Having Makai Lemon and also Jacoby Lane, the tight ends have played a big part this season. Is there like some security knowing that, like, well, even if I'm a little bit of trouble, I could put up the ball somewhere near those guys? I mean, they both had some really spectacular catches and amazing throws by you where like really only they could catch the ball, but it's still hard catches. I mean, it's got to feel good knowing those guys, right?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, just having, everybody, like even just the O-line too. I mean, the running back room, being able to play environments like that, it's just a super, super blessed deal. And, it's a great thing going on for, the experience of what we had out there. We're all going to be able to, tell these memories, about how we just played with. Like, I'm going to be able to get some kids and, tell them about Makai Lemon or whoever, Jacoby Lane was, or Eric Gentry, Tobias Ring, really just anybody. Just this team, this 2025 USC Trojans team, I can just talk about. So, super, super blessed for sure.
Certainly a special group, and you guys have the opportunity here to do something special if you can win these last two games. I know you're so focused week to week, but how do you approach these next couple of weeks when there is so much on the line?
Just being able to be where our feet are and stay in the moment.
You mentioned memories, and I guess, you've made some memories already. I mean, some really big wins, the Michigan win, going on the road in Nebraska, the comeback against Iowa. This weekend's obviously a big one. Game day is going to be there. Has it felt a little different? I mean, I know it's just the beginning part of the week, but does it feel a little different knowing that this Oregon game, top 10 team, game day, and potentially a college football playoff berth on the line?
Yeah, no doubt. We for sure understand who we're playing, and but just it's just another like 1 week season. Being able to focus on what we got to focus on to help the Trojans go 1-0 each and every day, and not just Saturdays. Even today, I just got to go 1-0 today, and how I got better for sure.
Jayden, one of my favorite things we do when we speak with you guys, thanks to House of Victory, we ask the fans if they have some questions, and you're a pretty popular guy because we got a lot of questions submitted, so we can just run through a few of these before we let you go. But so your uncle, Kaluka Maiava, played at USC, played in the NFL. What did he think about that touchdown-saving tackle you made against Northwestern? Have you had a conversation with him about that great form tackle?
No, I have not talked to him about it
yet. Hopefully, maybe at some point.
Yeah, I covered him back in the day. Those were some great linebackers he had. It was great. Yeah. It's great to hear his name again and stuff. He's over there in Hawaii now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Last time I called him, he was in, I think, Utah. But he's all over the place. He's just going, he does what he does.
Yeah. That was a good dude, though.
He's
but
everywhere.
Yeah. Well, you should definitely let him know, because that was because I was like, when I was putting the info in the for your interview, and I was just making sure I got some of your stats right, and they have your defensive stats because you have a forced fumble. So I was like, why are there? Oh yeah, he's got the forced fumble. So he's got some. Mm-hmm. You got a little, you can talk. You're like a two-way player essentially. So
yeah.
Do you still like people keep bringing that up, the fumble, the forced fumble? Like, is that something that comes up a bunch still? I mean, it's not been that long, but
no, not really, honestly.
Well, we got sorry, Jayden, go ahead.
No, yeah, you got it.
I was going to say it might not come up a lot, but the fans love it. So we got one more from our coworker Gerard. How does that tackle on Najee's story in the Northwestern game? What does that say about you as a player, an example you're trying to set for the entire team?
I think it's just, the example that everybody sets for each other within this team each and every day. It's just, everybody in this program or in this building would understand, just in terms of, the example that's set, and the standard that needs to be fulfilled each and every day. So, that's just how it is here, and just the camaraderie, like I said, and the relationship we all build. So, yeah, that's just where it comes from, honestly. And I'm gonna do it if it came down to that. I'm gonna do it again and again and again for sure.
USC Rocks had a question. Is there a current or former pro quarterback that you model yourself after, and whose tape you like to watch the most?
Honestly, I enjoy watching all quarterbacks in the level at that level. Like they're playing in most highest of highest levels. So I think, if they're out there playing, then, just I could learn something from them, just whatever it is. But I'll probably say lately I've been watching a lot of Baker. Uh, I've been watching Joe Burrow a lot too. So
Awesome. I know the fans love to hear about that stuff. So thank you. Trojan Kevin wants to
yeah.
know, how comfortable are you on design quarterback runs, and what do you enjoy most about the quarterback run plays?
Um, honestly, I probably say the most. Damn, I probably enjoy most about getting the first down for sure. Um, potentially doing just whatever I can to go get the yards, or just how much yards can I get in terms of getting um, myself and this team in the best position to score touchdowns.
Tyler Vaughn's GOAT. What's the biggest difference for you having a full off season to prepare as the starter versus coming in the last few games last season?
Honestly, it been cool just being able to have the reps, and honestly just being able to have the opportunity to attack the playbook even more, and dissecting it even more as much as I can, which helped in terms of how I just attack each and every day.
We got another one about running. What feels better, trucking a defender to score a touchdown or a deep ball passing touchdown? And that's from FTFO Spuds.
I'll probably say a deep pass touchdown for sure, because I mean, yeah, I love when my teammates or my brothers just out there making plays, and you know, I'm more happy for my teammates than I'm happy for myself, honestly. So that's where I find the love and passion for this game, is when I see the passion and love in other people or other players.
This one's from Cilantro, a really important one. So it's a local Hawaii question. Jayden, what's your take on the ahi poke inside of the Times grocery store in Honolulu? Is it better than the best poke LA has?
Ooh,
Are you a poke guy?
I am a huge poke guy,
Yeah,
for
me
sure.
too.
Yeah, no doubt. I eat some poke, no doubt. I mean, there's a store, and it's called Foodland in Hawaii. Um, they got, I'd probably say they got the best poke bowls, honestly.
All right. There's a
Yeah.
good stuff on the North Shore, like next to Kahuku, like near where the shrimp chucks are. There's like a little mom and pop grocery store. It's pretty good there. But yeah, I love getting some good poke. I always go for the Polynesian
The
bowl
shrimp.
over there. Yeah,
Yeah. The shrimp trucks are definitely up there for sure.
yeah.
Well, you guys are making me hungry. NW fan 76 wants to know, Jayden, what other sports did you play in the past, and did those sports help you at all prepare for football?
Um, yes, it did help me prepare for football, no doubt. Just keeping me in shape and, just keeping me in the body I needed to be in for any situation, honestly. But I played volleyball and I played basketball.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Who's good at volleyball on the team? Like, I'm a volleyball player, so I want to know who's good over there.
Oh, you said you're a volleyball player?
Yeah, I played on the club team at USC when I was there, but long time ago.
No, you still play at all or no?
Yeah, I still play. I
Like,
play
for
doubles,
fun?
beach
Okay.
volley. I mostly play beach. I subbed some indoor recently, and it's like I'm kind of old. It hurts your knees and stuff, but it's fun. You can jump at least.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Definitely. I mean, volleyball's fun, but I'd probably say Prince, Strong,
Oh, okay.
receiver. He's pretty good too. He played back in his day as well.
Bahamas, yeah.
Yeah. That's all I really know, honestly.
Trojan MJ, can you describe your experience learning from Lincoln Riley, and what made you choose USC over other schools?
What made me choose USC was Coach Lincoln Riley and Coach Hewitt, honestly. And the relationship I got with them, honestly, and the experience it's been really fun. Super grateful to be a part of this journey, and just being able to wake up every day and in the back of my head, I'm understanding that I get another opportunity to learn from Coach Riley and Coach Eward and, all those guys up there in the staff and, being around just such great people.
AJ Schaff wants to know, what are some of your favorite moments with the team so far this season that we as fans don't get to see or hear about?
This season, sure, I feel like the fans and everybody understand, well, especially the people that are at the games, really just understand how much fun we're having, to be honest. Especially after winning a game and knowing, like this past game at Iowa, I mean, the students and, just the Trojan family showed up. And, it was a super special moment for us, especially after the game, how some of the players went to go shake some of us went to go shake just like run along the stadium, shake the people's hands and whatnot, and the family. And yeah, I mean, it was super special for sure. Took the beat.
Outside observer, how's it feel being the first Poly quarterback to start for USC?
Feels great. Obviously, just being able to deliver, continue to just do my job the best I can to the best of my ability.
We got another question about Lincoln Riley. Nick the Great wants to know, what has Lincoln done specifically to help you improve from last season to this season? I'm sure you could go on and on about just how he helps you, but what are some specific things that Lincoln Riley, the great quarterback guru, does to help you improve?
I'll probably say my decision making for sure.
How do you improve that? Is that film? Is that, I'm sure, practice as well, but what goes into improving decision making?
Definitely film. Also, just him being a great coach. Also having Coach Eward in there, just being able to have a opinionated relationship.
Well, a couple more. I'll let you go. We appreciate your time. One, SC Neal, with all the rain games this year, what have you learned about throwing a wet ball, and then did growing up in Hawaii help you with this at all?
Yeah, just being able to grow up in Hawaii, playing in weathers like that, being around wet conditions, everywhere I go, it's just, and for it to be like that on Saturday, it just, it was super fun just being out there with, the team and my brothers and, this family.
Cognitive Dissonance wants to know, what's your major and why did you choose it?
A communications major. Yeah, I enjoy like the networking. I enjoy building new relationships and, stepping out of my comfort zone. And
Juju on the beat. Do you have 3 words that you could use to describe this year's team?
Unified. Team oriented, and for sure.
So unified, team oriented. Okay.
Hardworking.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you guys.
Sure. You want to give a fight on? We can do our screenshot here. Like do your.
Yeah, fight on.
Perfect. We love it. Sweet. Well, Jayden Maiava. Oh, let me give you the crowd the applause.
Sweet. Oh, that's
not quite the same as a Coliseum, but it's my little mixing board. But thanks again for coming on. Really appreciate it, and thanks to House of Victory. But best of luck the rest of the way, and thank you so much.
Yeah, shout out to House of Victory. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you guys, and thanks to Jayden, and we'll see you guys all next time.